It is really early in the morning. I was at the Walmart parking lot, and it was horrible. It's very loud. They were cleaning the actual pavement. These big, anyway, doesn't matter. 4:30, I'm on the road, and now it's about 5:30 in the morning, and I am here just admiring the Alaska range because, wow, just beautiful. You can't see it very well with the director view because it's too far away, but I mean, just straight ahead, just that range itself right there. I wish you could see it like my eyes are seeing it, which is much closer. Anyway, doesn't matter. Just want to say good morning. Good morning. Look at those mosquitoes. And honestly, they felt that way. They felt this big on this trip. I made it. The end of the Alaska Highway. There it is, mile 1422. Woo! I am here. Anyway, I'm here backwards though, so don't be mistaken. I have to go 100 miles down to Took, where I took a left-hand turn to go to Valdez instead of coming up here. So this is the last 100 miles down to Took, but this is it. This is the mile marker. It's the whole reason I came around Fairbanks and down this way, was so that I could do this last portion of it. So here it is. That is the kind of truck you need to deal with this kind of road construction. I've been 45 minutes in two lines waiting a good 20 minutes for the pilot cars to go through these terrifying, and I mean terrifying because they're muddy, inclines, declines. This right here, this is the best I've seen out of all of it. You need a truck like that. This is still on the American side. Oh my God. The nightmare of the Yukon roads has begun. Immediately after the U.S. border customs, it becomes this. The Yukon roads are absolutely terrible. And this is a great stretch. Well, I am in the Yukon. I am in it. I have been on the road since 4:30 this morning. It is now 2:15. I have about an hour and a half to go. Well, ostensibly, it'll be more like 2 hours down to Cottonwood. I just decided to keep pushing on. Even though, can you see in the mirror? Road work. It is hellacious driving. I mean, it is the worst. And I can't even begin to tell you how infuriating the Yukon roads are. And scary too, and uncomfortable, and my back is killing me. And it's like now I'm so close that I don't want to not push on. But anyway, I made myself a cup of coffee, and I am just going to carry on, because this was the big push day. Because once I'm past Destruction Bay, then it's not quite so bad. It's still bad, but not quite as bad. So it's almost over. Well, here I am back at the Cottonwood Wilderness RV campground, which is actually no longer exists. So how am I here? Well, I left this morning at 4:30 because a cleaning truck that was sweeping the entire parking lot at Walmart in Fairbanks started its work at 4. So I just decided to get up and go. And I drove and drove and drove and drove. I can't even tell you how hard it was. The hardest day of driving I've ever had. Made it out of Alaska, made it down through the Yukon, through the most terrible roads I've ever experienced in my life, all the way down to the end of Destruction Bay, to this campground that I stayed at on my way up. It was so large in my mind as my favorite place that I have stayed on this entire trip. I know I made a video of it before. It's the exact same spot I had. But when I pulled up, there was a barrier across the entrance. It says, closed due to circumstances beyond our control. And I started crying. Well, I held it in as long as I could. But after 12 hours of driving, and this was the one place I really desperately wanted to come back to, I parked the RV, turned it off, walked all the way down the drive to the house, and there were the owners, the cute little husband and wife that I had met last time. And that's when I started crying, because I said, I'm so sad. This was, my absolute favorite place on the entire trip, and I was so looking forward to staying here. And I'm so sad that you've closed, which they disclosed was due to a health issue on his part. And I said, I came down to ask, which direction should I go? Where should I go to camp? Should I go back to a campground I saw a couple miles back, or should I go on? And he took such pity on me, such compassion, that he said, if you are self-contained and don't need anything, I'll just show you the way to get in here, and you can stay the night. We'll just let you stay. And my gratitude, oh my gosh. So that's why I'm here, quite alone. This campground is not open, but he has allowed me to stay. I paid, of course, which, of course I would, but it was still such a favor for them to let me stay here. So I am here listening to this beautiful lake lap at the shores. I walked along it for a long time, stretched the legs out after that horrible drive. And I'm so sad that I have to leave in the morning. But I'm so grateful that I got to stay here and experience this place one last time before it goes away forever. Good morning. I just had to show how incredibly brilliant this campground is, and how extraordinarily sad that it is now a defunct campground. I have so enjoyed my peaceful night. First night I have slept really, really well. Silent, except for the lapping of the water. And I mean, just look at this setting. Absolutely stunning. This is like the one place that has really made me happy on this trip. And it's just devastating that it no longer exists. But I did get to experience it, and I wanted to immortalize this little moose here in the tree. He lives here now, covered with spider webs, just locked up in on there. So funny. Anyway, I am on my way now to Whitehorse to use the Canada Game Center jacuzzi and showers, and I'm very excited. Okay. This has been a fairly nice road, but if you see out there, you can see little puffs of white. I just passed a sign that said, "Do not stop, wildfires ahead." Aha! So now I have yet another category to add to why the drive to Alaska is such hell on wheels. Hell on wheels. Because now I'm going to be driving through a wildfire where I've been told not to stop. Oh my God. I think I just spotted a bear. Oh, look at that. Oh, he's just right there. Oh, he's tagged on his ear. Wow. Bear? He's a youngster. This makes bear number 15. Look at him. He's very cute. You know, I should not have stopped on the road like this. This is quite dangerous. I don't care. I want to see him. Good afternoon. Look at this deserted road. I am boondocking out in the middle of the Yukon. With my friend Mary, who has made me brave, because I didn't want to do this alone, because it's not my thing. But I wanted to show you this gorgeous spot that she found. She does this all the time. She is so brave. But anyway, we didn't want to come down here on the sand because, well, it would have a river view. And we might get stuck. So we are back up there. But let me show you this. Oh, wow. Sometimes the Yukon absolutely pulls it out. I mean, this is just exquisite. And if it were not for all the mosquitoes attacking me, we would be down here with our chairs. I mean, she wants to, and I'm like, yeah, no, I don't do bugs. I know, I'm so lame. But isn't this gorgeous? This is where I am for the night. It's just past the Continental Divide and Rancheria, on the way down the Alcan. Well, we have gotten several thunderclaps, and those are bands of rain right there in front of me. But we are out here enjoying it for as long as we can until we get pushed inside. You can start to feel the raindrops now. It's just gorgeous, gorgeous. And I am completely happy here. Good morning. I am back in Watson Lake. I stopped for gas at the exact same place that I had stopped before. And I had to come and see my sign. So here I am, walking back, and still amazed at this place. And here we are. Oh my gosh, there it is. That is fun. Ha! Well, I'm glad it's still here. It's very early in the morning. It's cool and nobody is here. This is such an incredible place. I kind of love that people come and leave their mark. Okay, that's all I wanted. Look at that. Bear number 16. Every day I get to see a bear. Get in on him. There he is. Look what I found. A herd of buffalo. How fun is that? Little babies. Oh, stop. Little babies. How cute. Well, again, if this were smell-o-vision, you would be able to smell the smoke from the wildfires. It's pretty bad. But at least it's raining just a little bit. Maybe that'll help. So Mary and I have ended up sort of caravanning. We just stopped for the buffalo. I don't know if you can see him back there or not. Anyway, it's starting to rain. We're about an hour outside of Liard, where we are going to stop enjoy the hot springs. So, news from the road. Very exciting. Well, this is the pretty drive south of Muncho Lake, about an hour away from Tetsa River Lodge, which is where those yummy cinnamon rolls are. That's where I'm headed. I saw a moose. How exciting is that? Like right there by the side of the road. I wasn't quick enough to get a picture, but he lifted his head and looked at me. Oh, it was so cool. It was so cool. And those caribou that I did actually just get a picture of just now were the third set of caribou I've seen today. So that's been very cool. Okay. I did not film Leard Hot Springs, but I went there with Mary, and it was quite delightful. There was a whole tour bus full of Mennonites, and they were on their way up to the Arctic Circle, and they were just having a good time at the springs. Because they don't wear bathing suits or anything, so a couple of the men went in fully clothed, kind of hilarious. The women would get their feet in there, and it was just, it was so delightful to see them and interact with them. That was just fun. So, it's been a pretty good day. Mary has gone on ahead. She drives very fast, too fast for my comfort level, because my rig just, after about 65, 70, it starts to shake. Unless I'm out on a major highway and it's all smooth, and then I can do 75. But she was pushing up to 80, and I can't keep up with that. So she is off to Fort St. John. I'm gonna try for Fort Nelson. I may only make it to Summit Lake, but that would be okay too, because Summit Lake is beautiful. So that's the status. Okay, I doubt it will come across how it really is, but that's not haze you're seeing. That is smoke from the British Columbia wildfires. And I have pulled in here to Fort Nelson after a very long day, and I'm exhausted, but oh my gosh, the smoke here is so bad. Like, my throat is just killing me already. Can you see down there? See how bad that is? Gosh dang. So I'm driving on. Like, I sat around for an hour getting the blood back in my legs, but I had to turn my generator on to get my air conditioning on, just to not like have this place be smoke filled and so hot. Anyway, it's bad. It's just bad. I guess I could have stayed at a campground there, paid the $50 and plugged in and had the aircon going that way, but it's still so smoky. It's coming in the air conditioning unit. So I am driving down. Mary has gone on ahead of me, and she scoped out a place. She said that might be good. So that's what we're doing. Look how bad that smoke is. Wow. Well, here's the update. The place that Mary had scoped out was actually, funnily enough, Prophet River First Nation community. And of course, it's not a spot that you can stay at. So I called her, and she said that she had seen another place, you are looking at it, which is just a rest area, but really long. And there is a big rig here. And so I have stopped here. I ended up driving probably 2 hours. It's not a bad view, but like it's probably the least smoky I've seen on this drive. And Mary, who is like an hour ahead, said that there's another wildfire advisory down where she is to not come, to not keep going. So here I am for the first time at just a rest area. I don't love doing this, but at least there's another couple there, and I actually went over and said hello. So but then they turned their generator on, so I'm kind of I moved further away because I'm really tired. I think I'm just gonna go to sleep. Good morning. Here I am. Oh my gosh, I'm back where I started. I have finished the Alcan from Delta Junction down to Dawson Creek in 3.5 days. Let me just tell you, it's been a journey. Let's not even start. But I am here. I did it. I'm happy. It's still like 8 in the morning because I've been driving since 4:30, because that's what you do when there are wildfires and you're trying to get away from the smoke. So just wanted to stop and say, did it. Been there, done that. 1,422 miles each way. I summited my Mount Everest. I've done it. There we go.